Hooty hoo, everybody! It's the Scenic Views Podcast with your host, still Dre, Erin.
Hello.
We brought in Caleb this week, and he'll hopefully be sticking around a little more often. And your boy Raptor. What the hell's going on, everyone? It's been a crazy week, and 2018 is determined to not let us go.
Unfortunately.
So, Erin, how are you? We missed you last week.
Yeah, I have had this crazy, nasty allergy thing, and last week I took some Tylenol cold and passed out. That's the truth. Like, I miss you guys, but I was sick.
Yeah, sometimes you got to sleep that shit off, and that cold medicine is a nice sleep.
Oh, that was it. It was time. You know, it's a week of getting up 3 or 4 times all night, every night, and but other than that, I'm good now.
Good.
Feel better?
I feel better, and I'm glad Caleb's here because I feel like sometimes we outnumber Zach so much.
Yeah, the problem with that is the two of you together are still like half my body weight, though. So whatever.
That was like a diss on the show.
Times the IQ.
I mean, look, I'm fat, and they're both like 2 feet tall, so I'm probably not that inaccurate here. Dre, what the hell's going on?
So I was just going to say, yeah, me and Erin are a little bit mini. We got to film a little skit this weekend, Caleb and I, where I slap him. Well, I kind of had to.
Spoil it.
Well, I had to step on my tippy toes to achieve this.
That's true, yeah.
So
I don't think that's spoiling. I think you're going to get more views.
That's
What?
true, yeah. I mean,
People
are
are going
into
to be
weird
like,
stuff.
no, we need to see Caleb get slapped by Dre.
People are into weird stuff, so nope. More than likely.
So that brings us to Caleb. What, other than your video that you're working on, what else is going on?
I got 2 videos. So there's one on Friday, like normal. That should be out, and then there's one on Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas special. That'll be fucking ballin'. And then I got a big announcement January 1st that I can't tell anybody until then. They already know though, so
It's exciting.
it is.
All right, so if you are watching the video version of the show, we are flashing up our patron-style donation link where you can support. This goes to support the studio that produces these episodes, which is basically me, and then I pay everyone out of that. So if you want these lovely people to get paid, you should come donate to the studio. The link's liberpay.com/Scenic Views Podcast.
And seriously, like, this wine makes us better, and wine costs money, so help us out.
So does beer.
We
I'm
are
drinking
all-
rum, so out of a Halloween Dunkin' cup.
Right? This makes us better.
Oh,
We are also brought to you by the Shop on the Roads to Freedom Foundation Facebook page. Right now, we have a tumbler, this awesome clear cup with a straw. And we also have our coffee mug, which is currently our best seller. People are really liking the coffee mug. So
I like the coffee.
get in there and buy our shit so that we can keep this going.
That blue one's the best because you can hide your whiskey from your boss.
That's true.
Ice stays in here forever. I love this thing.
All right, so getting into the news, and dear God, there was a lot of it. So we're going to go back a little ways. Oh God, what day was this? Was this Monday or Tuesday? The Trump administration has announced that they're going to ban bump stocks in the single most useless virtue signaling move imaginable. Bump stocks are going to become illegal via executive order. Caleb,
Right.
I know that you're the most butthurt about this. Go for it.
I mean, here's the thing. You got a sitting president that violated a constitutional amendment with an executive order. Like, let's be very clear. If he were a Democrat, people would be storming the White House lawn right now. Like, I mean, come on. It's like, so should we impeach him before the end of the year or after? That's my question.
Impeach him over.
Stay consistent.
Why not both?
Oh, we can't do both. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Please.
actually, you can. We can impeach him for this nonsense, and then we can also impeach him for, I guess, that Russian probe thing is actually starting to fire.
Right,
fine
I
with
think
that.
you do
You
both,
want
and that way, if one fails, you still have another shot.
Yeah, but Erin, this is how we get Pence. Do you want Pence? No, we don't want Pence.
Look,
I
Pence
think
would
Pence
scare
will
me a
let me keep
lot
my
more
vote.
if I thought he was
I'll have
smarter
no
than
thoughts. I'll walk
any
on the
single
voting
member of Congress, and I don't.
He never talks. What do we know about Pence other than he's good
He's
at
a lizard man. He's not real.
Okay, Alex Jones.
No, keep drinking. This is the best. This is the best era.
Were you talking to me? Calling me Alex Jones, Caleb?
No, I was talking about Erin.
Me,
She's talking
because
about
I
lizard
said he's a
people.
lizard man, but seriously, there is nothing there. Like the lights are on, but nobody's home. And if somebody's home, it's a toddler.
I don't know. Like, I really do not have that much of an opinion about fucking Pence because, like I said, the guy never talks. Ooh, who do we got? Somebody commented.
I know he
Or
wants
Carl.
to, like
Carl?
mandatory shock therapy for gay people. So.
Oh, viewer.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I got.
Pence is legitimately worse, right? This is why Trump picked him to stave off would-be assassins. We all know this.
Just stand here and take a bullet, damn it.
Who's more easily controlled, though? Who's more easily potentially rationed with? Trump or Pence? I mean, tell the
Pence.
truth. It's
Yeah,
Pence.
Trump. I think Trump's actually really easy to maneuver.
I
If
think
you
Pence-
have a pussy,
Pence
he
has
can grab the
principles.
guy.
Pence's principles are garbage, but he has principles. Trump has none.
I think you're
that's
right.
a big difference.
I think if you stroke Trump's ego, I think you can get him to bend.
You think all it takes is stroking his ego?
He
Well,
doesn't
I
get
think people do
bumpstocks.
that.
He's not that juvenile. I mean,
He pays people to stroke his ego just
he
to ask
wants
for every
something
day.
in return. He doesn't want you to just stroke his ego. He wants something in return. He doesn't give a fuck if you say that he's a great negotiator or he's this or that. That's fine and dandy. He'll take your compliment, but he also wants something in return.
So what?
He
You're
wants
saying we
people
give
to
him an
believe in
8 ball
him.
and a hooker, we rule the world?
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry.
Because
What was
like
it?
if that's all it takes, we give him an 8 ball and a prostitute, and we're in charge, right? Like I'm in. I know a guy.
Hey, he says he's never done drugs. He shit posts on Twitter at 3:00 in the morning, but he's never done drugs. So
Yeah, right. There's no meth in his system.
Yeah,
maybe cocaine.
I can't imagine 3:00 in the morning anymore. Like in the army, I had to get up that early a couple of times. Now that's like I might have to get up to pee at 3, but that doesn't exist on my clock.
You are not that old. Stop it. You should
I have
not
no
be
comment on being up
Hey.
at 3:00 in the morning.
Dude, it's like 2 or 3 times a night. Dude, I'm fucking old. Stop it.
Oh my god. I 3 a.m. 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, same.
I'm way older than you.
So the thing is, like, you can say that, but anyone who's watching is going to look and be like, there's no way she's older than he is. Look at all that fucking gray hair he's got. What's that?
That's also true.
Regardless of what actual ages are, I look like the oldest person on this podcast. I just have to accept that.
It's all
So
mirrors.
The beard makes you look a little bit wise.
If
Makes him
you
look like a
shave the
cult
beard, you
leader.
look like the youngest person on this podcast.
all right, so now that we're really derailed, let's jump back into the flip side of things that Trump is doing. Today we got news that he's going to pull us out of Syria. And Erin said that she can't say good Trump, but
I
this
will
is,
say it. Good Trump.
Good
Thank
Trump. Yep.
I've often made the joke that Trump is sometimes accidentally the most libertarian president in my lifetime. And this is the second war that he's tried to stop that we've been involved in. So that's, I mean...
Hey, I will take it. I will take pulling out of anything he wants to pull out of. Thank you. Good Trump on all the pulling out.
Dre is all about
Look,
pulling out.
nothing makes me more giddy than the thought of Trump pulling out. But let's get on it. You guys think this is altruistic? You think
No.
Trump is pulling troops out of Syria, trying to end
I don't
wars?
care if it's accidental. I don't care.
And he's not going to send them somewhere else.
Listen, I don't care how. Just if it's happening, fan-fucking-tastic. If he's accidentally
I
libertarian,
like that part of it. It's just knowing that he's getting ready to send them somewhere else, probably to the Mexican border because he's an idiot.
Probably.
I don't know. He kind of backed down on that. I don't think he's going to.
He has backed a bit.
it seems as that's chilled out a bit.
Well, because he doesn't want government shut down. What the fuck? I mean, come on.
I like.
Yeah, who would have thought that we would be going into a situation where all the libertarians were cheering for Pelosi? Like, dear
I know,
God,
goddamn.
what world are we living in right now?
Yeah.
Like for a millisecond, I was like, "Damn, she's hot." Like it was that cool.
Who?
Pelosi?
Pelosi.
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Shut down government. I will worship at your feet.
Well, it's funny because they demonize the Republicans every time they shut it down, like he does.
That's the part that's killer, right?
Like that's
like-
it's fucking ironic, but
All those ugly things you called the Republicans the last time they did this. What
Yeah.
does that make you? But fuck, I'm not saying that because government
Right.
shutdown. Like, Merry fucking Christmas to me.
people aren't going to get their Social Security. First off, good. That's not going to happen though. Second
So the
off,
thing is, it's not actually going to affect any of that. It only
No.
affects
You're
like
not essential.
a couple government workers.
You're
Like,
not essential. Get the fuck out.
you know, if
fire
it's
up.
not essential, why is
And
it there?
park rangers. And park rangers. Park rangers aren't getting bonuses this year.
Yeah, and you know, park rangers are like one of the few actually useful parts of government. Too.
Right?
It's like get rid of like the 3 dudes that actually fucking work around here.
Exactly.
I mean,
Government can't even shut down properly.
Nope.
Figure it out.
no, and like that's the fear, right? That's the big fear when we try to talk to people about a truly free market, right? And entrepreneurship and in libertarian ideas and principles. That's the fear, is that government can't shut down properly. And what happens if it does? That's the fear.
Yeah.
We have to figure out a way to tell them it will totally be okay. We will figure it out. We will manage just fine.
I always worry when these hit because I remember in 2010 when the government shut down and I was deployed and they're like, sorry, you're not getting paid this month. And I'm like, sorry, I'm not watching my radar this month. And they're like, well, you'll go to prison if you do that. And I was like, fuck. So,
Yeah,
Well, you're
my
kind of
goodness, I didn't-
essential.
I didn't realize
I
people
guess.
would get paid.
so they passed a law that said they couldn't do that anymore after that. So
Oh, so
now
they
we're at the
can-
point where government shutdowns mean fucking nothing. When
Right.
before they couldn't shutdowns meant something and it hurt. So that's why they had a reason to avoid it. Now it's going to come up every time because
So
it doesn't hurt.
Carl
But
Cranberg
business
said
are
about 8% when it does shut down. Only 8% is shut down.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
insignificant.
I saw that graph floating around somewhere, and I wish I could find it real quick, but it's definitely
Yeah, like the government shutdown sounds great, doesn't it?
What?
But that's not what's happening.
Hmm.
Not at all. I mean, who cares if this 8%, with the exception of maybe park rangers, are shut down? Nobody. You won't miss them. It's like a zit on your ass. You'll be glad it's gone.
Michael Burns brings up the best
Those
point.
jobs, if they're non-essential, shouldn't they be cut? Aren't most government jobs non-essential? So if we don't need you, if we can totally do without you during these shutdowns, why don't we just start there with the clipping away?
I guess it depends how you define essential.
Yeah, I mean, I think Burns just asked a really valid question.
The problem with shutdowns is that they shut down the most benign parts of government, and we're left with the most oppressive parts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like the IRS, nothing's happening to them.
No.
Of course not. They still, I mean, they're shut down, but they can still take 35% of your paycheck. So
The Bureau of Land Management, I'm sure those fuckers are still working.
Oh, you know they are. Come on.
Got to go out
Everybody
and steal
in the
cows from some poor rancher.
what's that?
Everybody at HUD's checking in.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Zach, can you drop the link for this so that I can start sharing?
Yeah.
Drop in our chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, drop it. Everybody watching, you can share too. That would really rock.
Yes, that would be so awesome. We would totally appreciate that so much. And we totally appreciate that you guys are here and interacting and watching.
Yep. So I'm trying to go through, see if there's any people disagreeing with us. John, this one's funny. Jonathan Escani, I hope I'm saying that right. Beards lie about the age.
That's true. And Jonathan has got a glorious beard, so he knows.
Oh, okay. My beard brother.
I think mine's just classy. Like,
no, yours is like 80s, like supervillain kind of douchebag.
that's right.
You know, like, I love you. You are badass, and your videos are amazing. But your beard is kind of like it wants to be Zach's beard when it grows up. Like, I love it.
Right.
But it's that kind of beard.
I've had a beard since I was like 19. I don't remember what I look like without one. I'll see pictures of myself in high school, and I don't know who that person was.
Oh, I had a beard at 14. I only got rid of it while I was in the army, and that's about it.
I don't come from a hairy family.
So this is normally where I get up and take my shirt off and be like, "This is what a man looks like."
No hair on my chest. It's all tatted, but yeah.
Coloring book on there.
It is a coloring book, but yeah.
What is that at the top? I can't remember. Is Hungry Hungry Hippos or something like that?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, that's
Is it really?
yes.
That's cool as hell, dude.
I know.
So we've gone way off topic here. We just came back. We were talking about your beard, dude, and you missed it. What the hell?
Oh.
So we've now had de-escalation in Korea and de-escalation in Syria, and those weren't really like active war zones for us, however much they may have been active war zones for someone else. Is it possible? Do you think it's possible?
Hey, Michelle.
That we are going to see a pullout in Afghanistan or Iraq or somewhere where we're fighting a little bit more?
I think you have to ask yourself why Syria and not Yemen, even though in 2017 a bill was put forward while Trump was sitting with over 31 co-sponsors to pull us out of Yemen and still allowing for engagement with ISIS. You have to ask yourself why that bill failed, why that wasn't embraced, but this has been now.
Well, the reason we pulled out of Syria, my understanding is because ISIS has been defeated there and we're no longer needed. So has ISIS been defeated over there as well?
Yeah, and yesterday I gave birth to a fucking unicorn. ISIS has been defeated, my left nut.
In that little territory, in that little corner of the world, in that little...
So what? They ran down to the A&W. They'll be back. That's how that shit works.
Those motherfuckers.
Like, you're talking to a Desert Storm vet, and you want me to believe that.
Michelle Rena says, am I saying Rena right? Yemen gets a pass because the Farm Bill said so.
So here's the thing about Yemen, because this is kind of complicated. Because the House passed the Farm Bill that says that they're not going to have any more votes about Yemen. But the Senate passed a bill trying to pull troops out of Yemen. So right now, there's just a clusterfuck that's not going to get solved.
This farm bill passed post the original, leaving Exodus from Yemen bill.
Mm-hmm.
The farm bill came afterward. The farm bill came
was just like super recently.
But Trump could have signed an executive order right then and done what he's claiming he's doing now. If you really believe these troops are being pulled out of these areas, which is questionable, and if you believe they're being pulled out of those areas,
2,000 immediately. That's not a lot of troops to pull, is it? Like, I don't know how many troops we currently have there, but I bet it's more than $2,000.
They discharge more troops than that every day for like fucking hemorrhoids. I mean, give me a goddamn break.
But they said a full pullout though.
Tiny bit. What, Caleb?
They said it's a full pullout though. That everyone's leaving.
Eventually, yes, but immediately it's just 2,000.
Are they going to do the same thing they did in Iraq?
Here's what's going to happen. Something else is going to happen before they all pull out, and it's going to become the new major crisis, and that's where they're going. Nobody is actually being pulled out.
Well, they'll just do what they did in Iraq, like when Obama was president, and just rename everybody and say, "Oh, all the troops are out," but they've got the same amount of people there, and they're just under different titles.
Right. Everybody's secondary MOS becomes their primary. This is all fucking propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you had secondary MOS? I never had. Well, I guess I kind of did.
I had double primary, double secondary. You slacker.
I was in missiles. Slacking doesn't even begin to cover what we were doing. Carl brings up a great point. Is ISIS going to give back the guns we supplied to them?
No, fuck no. We're still
not if there's bump stocks.
They're not.
Oh, right.
We can't take the bump stocks.
We can't take the bump stocks.
But yeah.
So here's another comment. Hang on.
Man.
Trump discharges a lot on every pullout.
That's the image I could have gone my whole life without seeing. So, thank you, Apple.
Are we friends on Facebook? If not, please friend me. I'm missing
about that.
I'm missing out, right?
Jonathan. God damn you, Jonathan.
Hi, Tom. So we have gone way off the rails.
Talking about Syria.
Everyone's secondary MOS is lawn care and janitorial. That's a given.
I wish.
Job. It's your job in the military.
Yeah, we're civilians.
I like acronyms.
MOS is military occupational specialty.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember half of the acronym. I actually got smoked for like an hour for calling my ACH a helmet. But it's in the name. The H means helmet.
Well, that's
I know exactly what that means. So do you guys have SMEs?
Of what?
Subject matter experts?
Oh.
SMEs, subject matter experts, not the guy from Peter Pan or whatever.
No, and even our instructors didn't qualify as those. So, I mean, fuck.
So, over under. Do we go to well, not over under. What's the percentage that we go to war with Iran before Trump gets out?
Oh, fucking 99%. And I only say 99% in the 1% that he gets impeached and Pence sends us to war.
So basically, we're going to war.
Ditto. Yeah.
Does anyone disagree with that assessment?
Nope.
Were you? I'm trying to think. So, like, where I deployed to was it's funny because it's on the Arabian Peninsula, but most of the people are Persian. I'm kind of wondering, like, if we are going to see a war between Saudi Arabia and Iran in order to distract Americans from the fact that, like, people are starting to figure out that Saudi Arabia caused all of the problems the last 20 years, and they've been the catalyst for all the stupid shit that we've done. Like 9/11, that was them. Everyone. What?
So
Who doesn't know that yet?
I mean, I get into arguments about it still. People don't know how bad Saudi Arabia is.
So here's some inside dirt. So there is a city in Saudi Arabia. The city is called Yanbu. Their university is there. Is arguably one of their greatest cities. My grandfather designed and oversaw the construction of that city. He was the architect on that job. So my grandparents had to be in Saudi Arabia during that time period. My great-grandmother is Russian Jew.
Ooh.
And my grandfather is a retired major from the Marine Corps. Somehow, the Saudis were unaware of those facts. So, let's talk about the reality that means the U.S. government played a huge role in building what is arguably the greatest city in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
But why? Nobody knew that. But my
uncle,
grandparents are both dead, so what are you going to do? Arrest them?
Now everybody knows that. They're going to come after you.
Now everybody knows
what was the time period of that?
I have the planning book. I have the planning book. I was like 11 or 12, maybe. I was young.
Because my uncle talks about having been in Saudi Arabia for some project, and I've never asked him about it because I didn't care, but I'll have to ask to see if that's what he was doing. But he talks like, I'm not going to go down that road about my uncle. Anyway.
I'll get you better. We have libertarians in Saudi Arabia.
I'm sure.
I had a student here who was from Saudi Arabia, who is a libertarian living in Saudi Arabia. I would love to share more with you guys about him, but I can't because it could get him killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality.
Right. I talk to people in a lot of countries where being libertarian will get them killed, but they exist in every country. I talk to Nigerians, Moroccans, people all over Africa. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Anyway. So we're getting a lot of messages.
Look, literally, we bitch about somebody asking us to door knock. We bitch about somebody saying, hey, will you look at my idea for this startup? That's what we bitch about. And there are libertarians in Saudi Arabia who could be executed.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything.
Like you were just talking about this, right? I actually get a lot of friend requests from people in Africa who are like, all of our mutuals are libertarians, and if you talk to them, a couple of them have been like, "Can you send me books? Like this isn't a money scam. I would like books." And it's like, God, I'm poor, dude. I can't help you out, but let me give you to like Stephen Clyde, because he was doing a program where he was like sending books to people.
So look, you guys, Fee has a program like that. Fee has a liberty program.
Say that again,
could we share ebooks with them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I guess they were probably talking to me on their phone, so I suppose they'd even have a way to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I want to leave the country, and it would be great if you could help me. And I'm like, whoa. I need a wife, not here, there. Right.
I have also had people that are like, "Can you get money for me so that I can come over?" It's like, no, too poor, and you're being weird.
Well, that's all.
I'm not a dating service. I'm not a matchmaker, and I'm not a bank. But I will always spread the word of liberty. If you want to discuss, hit me up.
I can't.
And if you guys want to donate to causes like that, hit me up, DM me, and I will put you in contact with some people who can help you. The Cuban Libertarian Party and the Venezuelan Libertarian Party, we have really good contacts with them. And $50 will support a Cuban activist for like 3 months.
Wow. That's $50 going a long way.
So yeah, if you want to get involved
Venezuela?
globally,
Wouldn't that feed them for like a year?
yeah, if you want to get involved globally, I'm happy to put you in contact with the right people to do that, and to be able to help our activists there.
Caleb, you were trying to jump in.
Sorry.
Caleb?
What's that? Oh,
You
sorry.
were trying to...
Oh, you guys were talking about sending people money over the internet or whatever. I've seen it firsthand, like people fall in love with a soldier in Africa or whatever, a guy that says he's a soldier in Africa. And I can't go too far into detail for lots of reasons, but they'll send them thousands of dollars, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. Like,
No.
Don't get mad or whatever.
reach out. We'll put you in touch with a legit organization, okay? Not like some dude in his mom's basement in the UK.
As a man who is currently broadcasting from a basement, I'm mildly offended.
But it's your own basement. That's the
Right. So the last topic we had kind of planned here is kind of a weird one. So Caleb, I'm going to let you just run with this, and we can kind of dogpile as we go.
You put me on the spot. Okay, so basically, I don't know what got me thinking about it. It was probably that I was out drinking. But basically,
Shocker.
rare occasions.
Rare occasions.
What got me thinking about it was, I was thinking, should bars have like mandatory hours or they should be closed? And, at first, it's easy to write it off and be like, well, it's their property. If you want to keep drinking, that's on you, whatever. But I was thinking, I think I can speak for myself and just about everybody else, where there were nights that if the bars were open later than 2 a.m. or wherever they're open in your city, probably be dead or in the hospital. And I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say that. So it's like, basically my question is, at what point do you lose the ability to consent? Like, at what point is that bar taking advantage of someone who's clearly inebriated beyond the point of all reason and selling them more alcohol that can kill them? I mean, I think
you're asking two separate questions, right? Because one being, should bars have closing hours, and the other being, to what extent are bars culpable for damage brought to their patrons,
right?
Due to their service, right? So you're asking two different questions. So the first one, should bars have closing hours? What if I work 6 to 2
in the morning?
Yeah, what if I work from 6 at night to 2 in the morning? I should never be able to go to a bar?
Lauren Brush is actually commenting. Her and her husband have a bar, and they're talking exactly. She's talking about that exactly. She's like, what about bartenders that get off, people that work abnormal hours, people that work the midnight shifts?
Well, I'm not saying that you should. I'm just.
So that's the first question, right? Should bars have state mandated, government enforced operating hours? When if I want to run a daycare, I can run it 24/7. But if you want to run a bar, the state's going to tell you what your hours are. That alone should be your first fucking red flag that there's a problem, right?
Right.
I think
and then the other thing about you're literally saying,
what's that?
I mean, you're saying people who work odd hours are legitimately less worthy of some type of interaction than other human beings.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so there's two things there. So one is zoning. I think that some bars that are literally in the middle of a neighborhood, the people that live around there have the right to peace and quiet it after a certain amount of time or a certain hour a night. But also, you should be able to go to the grocery store and if it's open 24/7, you should be able to purchase alcohol 24/7. I don't know why there's laws where magical hours in the nighttime you can't buy alcohol, but just wait a little tick-tock and then you can go back and
It's okay now.
Right. It's magically okay. Fairy dust is
happening. Look, when we jump to the other side of that, to what level are bar owners culpable? I think there's a lot of different angles that you can take on that. I think that the courts have decided that bar owners are only liable for third-party liability. That was the Dram Shop case, right? But I think beyond that, if I own a bar and you're in there and you're crazy sloppy drunk, a couple of things are probably running through my mind. And I'm saying this to you as somebody who spent a lifetime in the service industry and hospitality. Are you going to puke in my bar? How many chicks are you going to grope in my bar? How many guys are you going to grope in my bar? None of that is good for my business.
Right. How many guys are going to piss off my bar and possibly cause a fight?
How many fights are going to happen tonight because you grab some guy's girlfriend's ass, right? None of that is good for business. If I want to have a thriving business, I'm going to cut you off. And that has nothing to do with any kind of ethical or moral stance. That's just a financial stance.
Right. I think the moral should come in, though, a little bit. Like if somebody's falling down drunk, you definitely should not serve them, and hopefully they're not driving, but there's only so much you can do,
Or if you got that girl that is clearly drunk and you got a guy that's feeding her shots and where this is going. I mean,
that's a tough situation.
That's a really tough situation.
So I'm going to jump in there. If you have a situation like that and that woman goes to the police and says that she's raped because she couldn't consent, she was too drunk, should the bar be on the line for that to a certain extent?
That is one I have not seen.
I think that's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
It's not on me. Listen, to answer that question, you have to ask yourself another question. Does an individual have the right to commit suicide?
Yeah.
So if they have a right to commit suicide, then they have the right to do whatever the fuck else they want with their body, including put themselves in situations knowing that they may not be able to rightfully consent at some point. They still chose to walk into that.
Well, that's a slippery slope there because, I just think I'm going to word this very carefully. The whole matter of consent with drinking, I think, if two people get equally drunk and then hook up, how is the guy the rapist? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he is.
According to feminists, he is, though.
Right.
So let me jump in there.
Say that word.
The feminist free zone.
No, this is a feminist free zone, dude.
Hang on. Okay,
there
are situations, and I've seen it, and I don't go to bars very much, where you have a sober guy feeding drinks to a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. That guy's a shit.
So this is more my question.
For something. That guy maybe is liable for something, but the bartender isn't.
Right.
And the thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just trying to pose the question so we can keep talking about it.
I'm not saying that guy's not a scumbag who doesn't deserve his ass beat and may be liable for something. I'm not saying that at all.
But great if the bartenders can catch that and kind of stave that off.
That's not their job. That's not what they're hired for.
What?
That's not their job. It's not a bartender's job.
No, it's not.
They're not hired to do that, and they're not paid to do that.
Well, that opens up a whole other Pandora's box then, because if you know CPR and you see someone having a heart attack, now you open yourself up to lawsuits if you don't save them, or if you have a concealed carry permit, you see somebody getting robbed or whatever, and you don't stop it, then the same point you're going to open.
Yeah, you're not liable for that.
So the thing is, in some states, you are liable if you are trained. If you have medical training and you don't try to save someone, and they're slowly doing away with that. But last I checked, there was a couple.
Dude, if you live in one of those states, let your certification fucking expire.
Right.
Because when enough people die, that shit will change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you can get. There have been cases where somebody does CPR and then they break somebody's ribs and then they get sued for it. It's bullshit.
Look, I am a first responder, and if you are conscious at all, even remotely, I must ask for your consent to assist you.
So,
hey, that's relevant.
Will Doherty?
Yeah.
So this is actually a topic I wanted to cover, and I forgot to put it in our show notes. So here we go. Here's the thing, people. I hate to tell you this. It has been ruled in the Supreme Court. The police do not have an obligation to protect you.
Yep.
Anytime a lower court rules that they do, it will get shot down in higher courts because the Supreme Court already smacked it down. That whole serve and protect thing is bullshit. They don't have to. It's not their job. Their
So they
job is to stop
fire-
crime.
So the only person with a firearm at a school that is being attacked by a psychopath can go and cower behind some goddamn bushes outside while the kids are left to fend for themselves and pull up whatever they can grab. I cannot believe that this is actually happening. So
doesn't it make you happy that that's where your tax dollars go? Don't you feel great and benevolent and wonderful?
You fucking pussies.
But you get my roads.
You get what?
Roads.
Oh,
got
roads.
Roads.
They don't even take care of that.
Nobody else can build fucking roads but the government. I'm sorry, don't they always contract that out?
All this other shit, that's always the argument, right? But what about the roads? So all this other shit is worth a road that somebody else can fucking build.
That's right.
That's what it's worth.
That's right.
And so
I mean,
there's some people who are. I got to back up because there's some people that are kind of not understanding. I think in the comments, we're posing questions in some of these cases. I certainly don't want bar owners to be liable if someone scuzzy does something in their bar, and like that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not advocating for that. I'm asking the question. That's it.
Here's the reality. I don't care if you're male or female. I don't care what age you are. If you go to a bar and you indulge in intoxicants and you drink too much, shit you may not want to happen could happen. So if you didn't know, you know now. If you don't want to risk that, either don't overindulge or don't go to fucking bars.
And
now we all know.
And bartenders and bar owners have every right to stop serving you or to kick your ass out if you start acting like any kind of a jackass and fucking with their business in any way. Bye-bye.
Right. It's their business. If you don't like that,
I've been kicked out of a bar so many times since I turned 19.
Look, if that bugs you, that's cool. Drink at home. Nobody fucking cares.
They don't owe me service or their alcohol or their bar stool. That's their business. And if I'm causing issues, which I've done a few times, they can escalate.
I have been there. At some point, the three of us will probably be there together.
Every once in a while, a guy says something, you throw a drink on him, and they ask you to leave because you broke the nap.
Right, Ashley Thomas says building roads can't be that hard if dominoes can do it. No shit, people. This is what we've been saying for 40 years.
And so, not even that. A bunch of untrained communists in Portland figured out how to do it. So it really can't be that hard.
Look, I live on a private road.
Figure something
I live
out.
on a private road in a very rural area. Nobody on this road is making six figures. Okay, nobody. Guess what? We managed to take care of our own road.
Jonathan makes a great point. If you're going to a bar, don't go alone.
Right?
You need to. You don't drink alone ever. Like realistically, that.
Look, if you want to drink alone, that's your business.
I mean, if you're at home,
I'm sad for you, but that's your business. But look, call a buddy if you don't have a buddy. And some of you don't, and that's okay. If you don't have a buddy, check in with your mom, man. Call your brother. I'm going to the bar.
Yep.
Even if you don't have a friend, there is at least one person on this planet that cares about you. So call them.
All right. So we lost Caleb. The tablet kind of shut down on him. We've hit several topics. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we bail?
Fuck, probably, but shit, I won't think of it till we're done.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's how it always works. Thank you to our viewers. We had some great discussion. I think the 4-person format works a lot better for us. It carried conversations a lot more. And I feel like I didn't have to talk nearly as much, which is great.
Guys, if you're watching, like the page, like the video, share the link.
Yes, thank you so much.
Donate because I need
Liverpay-
wine.
Liverpay.com/Scenic Views Podcast. Go to the Roads to Freedom Foundation Facebook page. Buy a mug or buy that dorky looking koozie that Dre has. It's not dorky looking. It's kind of dorky looking, but the tumbler looks really cool.
The coffee cup is badass.
Is this one of those cool fucking bendy straws? Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, give us a like, give us a share. We appreciate all of it. Thanks for commenting and watching with us, you guys.
If you buy the t-shirts, the Road to Freedom Foundation t-shirt, send us pics of you wearing them. We'd like to show them.
So those are on our website, not our Facebook page. So that is r2ff.org if you want to buy a t-shirt.
Go to
the website is being revamped. We're going to have some content coming out on there soon, and we are looking for writers.
We need content creators.
Yeah, we need content creators, and we're working on a model on how we're going to like pay people to create content for us. So,
look, we don't love the website. We know you don't love the website, but that's okay. We
have a guy working on it.
We're taking steps and wait for the new site. It's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jonathan, come to Omaha, go to the Unconvention. We will all go to the bar together.
Oh, yeah. And we have a good time.
On the first night, we will have entertainment every night, and we will party down every night. The last Unconvention was killer. People are constantly asking, David, when is the next one? Omaha, Nebraska, September 13th through the 15th, 2019. Mark it on your calendars.
Yeah, and you guys, if you missed the last one, if you go to the Facebook page, you'll find videos, you'll find clips and highlights. It was fucking amazing. When we do it, we fucking do it.
We went all out, and we will go out again.
Yep. And we're looking. I think the biggest name we have so far is we think we're going to get Owen Benjamin back, and hopefully this time we'll get him to do some comedy. So
we have Owen Benjamin, and we have Eric July.
Yeah.
And we're going to have killer live music. I mean, seriously, it is the place to be.
Requests? I haven't booked a band yet, so let me know. We'll actually have more than one band. We'll have a local band on probably the opening night. Hey, Caleb.
We're signing out. We're signing out right now. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Dre, let's throw a poll up on the page and find out what genre of music everybody who's looking forward to attending the Unconvention wants to have at the Unconvention.
Hanson.
Because we can bring you anything. We can bring you reggae. We can bring you ska. We can bring you metal. Whatever it is you're looking for.
I'm glad you didn't say country because that is right out.
What did you say? What's
maybe everything except country.
Yeah, no country.
All right.
Hanson.
So we need a theme.
Caleb.
The last one was a speakeasy, and we had a steampunk band the last night. So we did like a quartet one night. We'll do a local band another night, and we'll do a big. Shall I? I don't know. I don't know if I should even say this. I'm trying to get Dave Matthews.
We're trying.
Dave,
trying.
All right, everyone. We'll see you guys later.
I'm not trying to take a nap.
Cut off this Dave Matthews nonsense right here.
Why don't you get Creed while you're at it?
Oh, when you are with me.
Because they wanted your soul in exchange, Caleb. We just couldn't bring ourselves to do it.
You know what?
Like he still has that.
I'm not going to pay off the nose for him. I want a big national band that's libertarian leaning. If Dave and the boys want to do it, great. If not, we will find somebody else. So yes, you guys, let's cool.
If you're in a libertarian band and you have an interest in participating, send us your demos. Send us your videos.
Send us your mixtape, bro.
We want to hear from you.
All right, everyone. We will see you next week. For all the wonderful hosts here, I'm Raptor. Have a great week.
Good night.